Oh shit!
Don't worry about the boy.
Like he's just so forceful.
Now recording.
I'm
Okay,
recording
Daddy.
now, bitch.
He's like the guy from fucking, or he's like Hal 5000. Is that what it is? Hal-
Yes, Hal 5000.
How about that?
Like,
I'm sorry, Dave. I am only recording.
is it 9,000? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. It's
Okay.
Hell 9000. Yeah.
Oh, it's over 9,000.
Yeah, it's over 9,000 always.
I'm sorry, Dave, but I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dave, but I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Uwu.
We're
Oh,
it's The
God.
Simpsons. I'm sorry, Marge. I'm going to kill your entire family so I can seduce you.
Yes. So you're probably wondering how I got here on the Strawberry Boys podcast.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome. I have my friends Bruce and Elvin with me today.
Hello.
Hey, yo.
How are you guys doing?
Living the dream.
I am doing scrumdiddlyumptious.
Oh, sounds delicious.
Such a savory word.
Savory, scrumptious.
I try.
Well, we're very excited to have you here with us today. I believe we were telling a story about apparently I'm learning now. I've been friends with Elvin and Bruce for almost like 2 years now, and I am just now learning that apparently Bruce has a secret fake child named Will.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
William, yes.
Oh, William.
There's a lot more you'll learn about William as the story unfolds. But
Okay.
so I ordered a bunch of camping equipment off of Amazon because Papa Joe gave me them stimmy bucks. So I decided that I was just going to, treat yourself. So I bought a bunch of stuff, and I paid for Amazon Prime, and they were like, "Oh, cool, because you ordered before this time, it's going to be there tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I'll be able to do my yearly camping trip, right on time." And that was not the case. Every day that came by, it was like, "Oh, it's going to come tomorrow. It's going to come tomorrow." And every time I called customer support, they would tell me, "Oh, well, you have to wait." So finally, I got tired of waiting, and I cairned my way up the chain to the highest ranking supervisor that they would be willing to put me on the phone with. And I tried to stay as nice and sweet as pie with him as I could because you catch more flies with honey. And finally, I had gotten so frustrated, I don't know what came over me. I blurted out the words, "Do you have kids?" And he said that he did not. And I was like, "Well, let me tell you, it's really hard being a single dad, and you promise your son that you're going to take him for his very first camping trip on his birthday. It's even harder after his mom passed. What with trying to raise an autistic son in a world that just isn't built for him. You can understand how this is like devastating for my child because he's not going to be able to go camping on his birthday because your company couldn't be bothered to keep their word for a service I'm paying you for." Like, I'm not understanding how this is working.
Well, it's also autistic.
Yes, like both of us are autistic. Mom's not in the picture anymore. And it was his birthday that weekend. I couldn't even tell you what weekend it was.
It was like July or some shit.
Yeah. It was like sometime like July, August, something like that.
It was before August because I went to New York in August and I used
That's
that.
right.
I used that story to get a cheaper thing from the hotel.
That's great.
Oh my God.
And I urge other people to use Will, like make him your own fake son.
What do you do for an Airbnb? Like, I wouldn't lie to like a small person, fucking Marriott. Yeah, fuck them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em. But so yeah, I wound up getting all of my money refunded, and I still got the items. And I got like a bunch of extra shit that was thrown in the box just out of nowhere. Like I could tell that they cut open Amazon tape and put Amazon tape back over top of it. There was shit that I didn't order that was also camping gear that was like tucked into the box. And I felt bad for about half a second, and then I imagined Jeff Bezos on his giant pile of money like a fucking dragon, and was like, "No, fuck him." Like, yeah, I tricked a customer service supervisor. Okay.
How could you swindle Jeff Bezos like that? He's never going to recover.
Dare you? Amazon is a family company that is just trying to do the best it can.
Mm-hmm.
And really, all I was trying to do was to get them to give me my fucking shit already. I did not expect them to, like, well, here's all your money in Amazon credits. So I'm buying more camping equipment.
Will's a good boy.
What better to celebrate all of this camping equipment than more camping equipment?
Well, I mean, you know how it is when you're neurodivergent. You don't produce the dopamine so well. So,
when your son is also neurodivergent.
Now, tell me this: is the wife that left neurodivergent?
No, she was just a cunt.
No,
she's neurotypical.
She's just, she's not a good person. Basically, an egg donor.
No,
Better off without her.
I like to call her Wilhelmina.
I mean, sure. Like, I don't.
In this scenario, she's so like narcissistic that she named like her son after herself.
You know, I would actually. Jesus Christ, that hangs together so fucking well.
I know. I've helped develop Will.
Like, did we just create this weird, like, fucking AU family?
We've kind of created like this fucked up child for the sake of customer service, like manipulation.
There's a whole Will metaverse.
Like, I know it's weird. There's going to be like a whole fucking cinematic universe.
Well, that's the novel I need to write. I've been thinking about what I should write, and there we go. It's Will.
Yeah, there you go. The story of Will.
I'll just call it Will.
Oh, that's so simple. People are going to eat
Oscar
that shit up.
Gold.
They will.
Yes.
Fucking people eat that shit up. You're right, David.
Like, seriously, and you don't even need to portray autism that well, and they will just throw fucking awards at you.
Speaking of though,
but you should.
have you seen? Is it on Amazon Prime? It's the show about autistic people. Is it As We See It? Yes, it's As We See It. That's what it's called.
Never heard of it.
But it's a show about a sort of like a group home of these 3 different autistic people, and they have sort of I don't know what you would call it. It's like a group home manager, head person. Just someone who is like neurotypical, and like these people are very like in the hard spectrum of autism in the sense that like they can't function socially.
What we would call high support.
Yeah. So you watch this, like, I haven't watched it all, but I've caught Brian watching it. He finished it. But the actors who play the people who have autism are actually autistic themselves. And so they do this really amazing job of portraying, like, yeah, like, you know, you look like you're fine, but, you know, you're not. Like, one of them he doesn't like to go outside because he's afraid of dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that's kind of like an important like thing, because it's like people have like an idea in their head that it's like, oh yeah, like if you're autistic, like people can tell, but that's fucking not true at all. Like it's completely untrue.
Right, because the idea of like a kid who's autistic is a kid who's like lashing out constantly, a kid who's like, you see him at Walmart or whatever it is at like the fresh grocer or Trader Joe's, and he's just lashing out, or she's lashing out, or whatever, you know, like that's people's general idea of what an autistic person is, but that's not what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just fucking. Sometimes you get excited and you shake your hands around a bit, etc.
The phrase "but you don't look autistic" is like, holy shit. It will throw me into a rage like 8 times out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 times it's just, oh, I don't look autistic. Well, I would like my Oscar, please. because I am autistic.
I love that question, but when it's referred to like I'm Puerto Rican, well, you don't look like you're Puerto Rican. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to just have a flag on my chest constantly and just show it to you? Or am I supposed to just have a platter of rice and beans? Get together.
See, you can't tell when someone is autistic by looking at them, but you know what you can tell by looking at them what they are.
Fresh grocer.
Dummy thick. Fresh grocer? What?
Distracting everybody in the fresh grocer because you're dummy thick, and the resonant clapping of ass cheeks is drawing the attention from all aisles.
How could I possibly think about these cucumbers when that ass is clapping so hard?
How can I shop for my children when that ass is right there? Mom, what's going on? Shouldn't we get like juice? Nah, man, that ass.
I can't help it. My thick neurodivergent ass is just clapping everywhere.
That should be a song.
Walking around sounding like a live studio audience.
It is weird how people just have this perception of whatever it is, whether it be autism or your race, or if you're depressed, or if you have bipolar disorder, whatever it is, it's just like people have this like predetermined conception that because you're this thing, you should perceive it that way. Like you should be projecting this attitude or this personality trait that people expect you to do because that's what they see on TV.
Right. And then there's still, when you are like expressing the way they expect you to express, then that's too much. You can't do that.
Sorry, sis, no stimming for you.
How about you fuck all the way off? And when you get there, fuck off some more.
Yes. Like, I've been thinking about this for like a while, and I know I've talked to you guys about it before, but it's like I am not like 100% sure if I'm neurodivergent too. Like, I feel like
there's actually a really good test online that you can take. It's called the RADSR, RAADS-R, RADSR test. And according to and they have all of their clinical studies, all of their paperwork, peer reviewed, all of that attached to the page. And you read through it, no neurotypical person has scored above a 65. And I believe the top end threshold is 240 or 242, something like that. And it's just the higher score you get, the more likely it is that you are neurodivergent.
Okay, interesting.
So, a test score of 66 carries the same likelihood as a test score of, 106.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like a scale for like depression or alcoholism or anything,
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily matter like if you score a 7. So I know for the alcoholism scale, it's like 10 questions. One is like 1 to 4 points. So it doesn't matter what you necessarily score your final total. It's just the range you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And having a high score doesn't necessarily mean that you would be high support individuals don't necessarily get higher scores on the RADSR than low support individuals.
Right.
It's just like Elvin said, it's more of a just like
It's
neurodivergence, it's a spectrum.
Yes.
But the higher the score, the more likely it is that you're neurodivergent. And it's really taking the place a lot more. It's taking the place of a conventional diagnosis because it's so fucking expensive to get tested.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it can have really crazy implications, from my understanding.
It can. There's a lot that goes into a formal diagnosis, and obtaining one can be both validating and humiliating.
It really
I had,
depends.
I mean, yes, it really does. It's a your mileage may vary situation.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
in my experience, one of the things I noticed was there were certain people, not everybody, but there were certain people that once they found out I was autistic, they would start speaking to me like I was a child, and instead of, in some cases, not to toot my own horn, the smartest guy in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kind of chafed me. But now, you know, those people, I saw what was going on, fixed that situation quite fast and in a hurry.
Exactly.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, and that's something that a lot of neurodivergent people can face. You can also find yourself smack dab in the middle of one of the most supportive communities that you can find yourself in, and not have that infantilization or, condescension, because people know what autism is, people know what neurodivergence is, and are equipped to deal with it. So it is a very much a your mileage may vary situation.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's like, it doesn't change anything if I take this test. Like, I'm not going to become a different person. It's like,
Right.
Absolutely not. No.
You're still you.
Yeah. You're just a better defined you.
For me, I mean, a lot of like people of color culture, I mean, especially for like the Hispanic and Black community, like for me, just even going to therapy is weird in the Hispanic community. That's not something you do. As a Hispanic man, you're just supposed to like, not talk about your feelings, and, you cry by yourself in a room while you drink a bottle of whiskey. Um,
Oh, that's very much the same way
but
it's dealt
like,
with in Appalachia.
Mhm.
yeah, the weird thing was like when I told my mom, she like kind of had this thing where like, that kind of makes sense. But when I told my sister, she's like, no, no, you don't seem like you're autistic. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Should I have like a flag? Should I have a sign? And I'm like telling her stuff. I'm like, well, when I was a kid, I did this, this, and this. And I was like, and even now, um, one of my biggest things is like, I guess it's like very telling, is like I cut the tags off of every piece of clothing I have.
Mhm.
Oh my
Um,
God, tags are the bane of my existence.
I hate them. Also, there is just textures that I cannot stand.
Yep.
I cannot.
Oh yeah.
It like when I touch certain textures, it feels. There's no other way for me to describe it. I mean, I know how to describe it in Spanish. In English, I would just say cringy, because that's the only word I can think of in English.
Mhm. Yeah. I have a lot of textures that I can't fucking stand. Like, or like sounds. Like especially the sound of like, something rubbing against like styrofoam. Like that fucking kills me.
Yep.
Right,
Nope.
yeah,
Can't deal.
like a sound problem that isn't necessarily normal, because no one likes the sound of chalk, like the sorry, not chalk, but the sound of like nails going off a chalkboard. No one likes
Mhm.
that. But when it comes to like what you said, that's very specific.
Yeah. The worst one though, like the worst texture, and I just thought of it, is powdered sugar.
Mm.
Like just like
Oh,
touching anything that has powdered sugar, like I just become like incapacitated. I'm like, I can't deal with this. I need to get this off my fingers like right now, or I'm gonna like die.
I get that. I don't have the same problem with powdered sugar, but I get that. My biggest issue with powdered sugar is it's literally the herpes of the culinary world.
Mhm.
It gets on everything and spreads everywhere.
Like glitter.
Did
Like
you hear about
glitter.
Janet? Janet has had an outbreak of powdered sugar.
Oh my god, fuck Janet.
No. Let's hope she's up to date on her Valtrex.
Well, she's
Yeah.
not. I'll tell you that much.
Ah.
What does that mean? What do you know about Janet that we don't?
Well, a few days ago, me and her, had a few cups of wine. By cups, I mean bottles.
Okay. By bottles, you mean Nebuchadnezzar's.
Yes.
Basically.
I drink 4 Nebuchadnezzars of wine a day and I'll outlive you all.
Oh my god, isn't that weird? There's people who will like smoke like 2, 3 packs of cigarettes a day and live to be like 90 something.
My
Mhm.
great grandmother.
And then there's that one person who does nothing their entire life. They might drink every now and again, but then they'll just die at 30.
Jim Fix. He was the jogging guru. He was like the guy that started the jogging craze in America, and he jogged everywhere, to the mall, to the park, the grocery store, and he dropped dead of a massive fucking heart attack when? While he was fucking jogging.
Well, you shouldn't be exercising that much. There's a limit to like exercising. Yes, we should all exercise and move our bodies, but there's definitely a limit. There's a limit like how much your heart can take. Like,
And then
there's people who've died during like orgies or marathon rounds of sex because your heart can't take it. Like, there is a point where your body is like, no, stop.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime heart-stopping experience.
Yes, be a couch potato.
that is a neat trick. Yeah, but I can only do it once.
Elvin
Yeah.
2024, be a couch potato.
Yeah, but that one time you do it, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
America.
But I mean, JK, there's only so many black ants a man can eat.
I'm sorry, what?
It took me like a couple of seconds to like process what that word even was, and
I know. Like, at first, I thought he said black hands.
Nope.
I know that's not what you said. That's just what I heard. And I'm like, no, that's not what he said. He's like, no, that's not right.
Yeah, no, black ants. That's the secret. The old Chinese store that I used to go to when I lived in Germantown, this guy used to sell black ants and these little ginseng drinks. And he'd always, give you power. And he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. But it's just terrible for your fucking body. It's absolutely fucking horrific.
All right, but if someone just wanted to grab that, like theoretically,
not that we ever would. We want to know where to avoid that.
right?
Exactly where do we go to avoid that?
It's like, when someone asks you where you find poppers, like they're not gonna do it.
Right. Yeah. They just want to know where they're at so that they can avoid those places.
Mm-hmm.
In Philadelphia, it's right next to Taboo.
I can tell you just about any corner store in in Germantown,
in Philly. Just any corner store in Philly.
Yeah. You could go down and there are these little green bottles with silver tops, and they come with a little yellow straw, and they're no bigger than like a blood vial. Like, they're not very large at all. And you're supposed to stab the straw on the top and drink the whole thing down. And then usually you use that to wash down your black ant, which is just one of those like, gas station pills. But I don't know what's in them.
So what happens if you put black ants inside of poppers?
I mean,
that's actually what I was going to ask. So thank you.
We're on the same wavelength.
So
yes,
that would be super interesting. Taking poppers and black ants. I feel like.
Okay, wait, hold on. What is black ants? Like, I thought you were just talking about like literal ants that are. Like,
no. It's like a
that's
pill.
way less interesting.
They're these pills that you can get.
But I love David's idea there, where you're just adding literal.
We're just using literal ants.
Literal ants.
That's what I thought. I was like, oh my god, people are adding.
You're
ants
adding
to shit?
literal ants to your poppers and snorting them.
And yeah,
and, the dead ant, I guess, adds to it. I don't know. I don't know.
The chitin for strength. I don't know.
Gives you ant power, bro.
I mean, ants are really strong.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so what are black ants?
So black ants are they're sold as an herbal supplement, but they're more commonly known as like Viagra substitutes.
Oh,
Like if you see a guy root through his pockets and like black ants and a condom fall out, you know where he's going.
He's having some fucking. His wiener's gonna be
he's going
Exploding.
to lay down some pipe. Yeah. But yeah, just absolutely fucking horrific for your body. And there's no ingredients label. Like the only thing that's on this package that's printed in English is the word black ant. Everything else is written in what I can only assume is Cantonese.
Or Mandarin.
Or
So
Mandarin.
so the
But
plot twist is the ingredient is ants, and we don't realize it because it's written in Cantonese.
it may very well be. I have no idea, but it's got a big picture of black ant on the package, and it says black ant in gold lettering on it, and then the rest of the writing is in a Chinese alphabet that I don't know because I'm an ignorant American.
So my favorite thing was when you go to New York, literally almost every corner store has everything you would want. So when I stood, I fucking forget what it was. I wasn't that far from Times Square, but right, literally like 2 minutes away from the hotel I was staying at, that corner store had bongs, bowls, lube, cigarettes, booze. It had literally anything you would want if you were just ready to party.
And every exit is also an entrance. Hey-o.
Well, I mean, depends on who you're talking to.
Depends on the exit.
Honey, my exits are exits. Unless it's the back exit, honey.
I'm not going out that highway.
That's a Trixie Mattel quote.
I know.
But I abide by it.
I just my favorite new things to start saying when I'm just like not about it. It's just be like, I'm leaving this road or I'm leaving this highway. I'm pulling out.
Sorry.
I don't know, guys. It's sounding like you're not open to new experiences.
Well,
I am when they aren't highways.
well, but what if they're sounding?
Yeah. There we go.
All right, yeah. Yeah, no, like, I'm veering left and I'm going down a different road here.
That's why I was like flustered. I'm like, Listen, apparently, according to Bruce, I'm going down the fucking road where I put like rods in my wiener. So,
I
Bruce, you
mean,
told him what?
I'm sorry. What's this now?
you made the joke of like it.
Oh yes, I did. I did make a sounding joke. Yes.
Yes.
I was not advocating for the practice. I just enjoy making jokes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you weren't not advocating for it, though.
I mean, look, it's a thing that people do, and they seem to enjoy it, and we're going to leave it at that.
God,
That's
bro,
fair.
it's just a joke.
Everyone has their thing, and that's fair.
Yeah. I wasn't saying that you should put it down my wiener, but like, what if though?
It's like you saw like a straight dude who's like, that's totally gay. Like if you sucked my dick, but like, what if you did?
Yeah. Duke and I have a friend of his that is like super straight, and he makes jokes like that all the time. Where he's like, "Oh yeah, what if we like kissed right now? Like that'd be such a funny joke." But like, what if?
Are you secretly like bi and just don't want to say it?
Yeah, who can never be sure.
Yes, who can never be sure.
Yeah, definitely sounds curious.
There's a
Curiouser and curiouser.
One of my friends, his best friend, like, so my friend is gay and he's married and stuff. So his best friend claims he's straight, but this man like goes gay camping with them and like goes to the gay bars all the time and doesn't have a girlfriend, but
Well, I mean, there's a difference between being single and being a confirmed bachelor.
I feel like he's a confirmed bachelor.
Uh-oh.
But
Well,
he
I
just
mean,
won't admit it.
it just depends on whether or not he's a little light in the loafers or just, enjoys a good tossed salad.
But don't we all enjoy a nice salad?
I do not. I do not. I do not. It is the fastest way to get me up and out of wherever it is that I am, and you will never see me again.
Well, now we know how to get Bruce to be efficient. All right, Bruce, we need to get this done. Here's a salad right in front of you. All right, well, I'm going to do everything else that isn't the salad.
Oh, pretty much. Yes. Yes. No.
If only I can get Brian that way.
Vegetables taste like dirt and sadness.
Oh, you just have to fucking destroy them with things that taste good, like tzatziki sauce.
So it depends on the vegetable, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
never eat spinach. I'm going to start this sentence with just, well, this whole whatever with that. Never fucking eat spinach. It is
Okay.
useless. The amount of nutrients it provides you is so minuscule for the amount you have to eat that you get more out of like literally anything else you eat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like spinach's whole thing is about iron.
Mm-hmm. And I can just go to the gym if I want that.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, that's exactly how that works.
Yeah,
Like
you get iron from pumping irons, bro.
Yeah, that's why they call it that.
for like less the amount of like spinach that you would need to eat to get the same amount of iron, you could eat chicken. You could eat turkey,
You
oysters,
could eat ass.
ham. You could eat ass, but it's not going to give you iron.
You could eat it. Yeah, you could toss a salad. You could toss a salad with spinach.
There you go.
Sometimes you eat stuff, for not the nutritional value, just for the fun.
Exactly.
But spinach is not that thing.
Spinach is not the thing.
I honestly I enjoy spinach in place of lettuce on a hoagie.
You get more nutrients off of the lettuce.
I mean,
Although to be fair,
not from a place like a store. Like that shit is 90% water.
That's what spinach is. We only were ever made to believe spinach was good because of literally Popeye
I mean, that's fair.
and the war.
the spinach sales haven't been the same, not since the war.
Well, like the food pyramid was made during like World War II, where we told people like this is the things you should eat that make you healthy, which was actually these are the things we can mass produce, so we're gonna tell you it's healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we have no fucking resources because we're in the middle of a war.
Right.
And also, fuck the pores.
Yes.
It was actually for the pores, though. But yes,
Well,
also, fuck the pores. That's
yeah,
it was for them, and then it was also against them, but also, like, it's weird. It's weird to see there was a mass food conspiracy. Because there wasn't, but there was.
yeah, like there wasn't, but it kind of was.
I'm indiscriminate. I will fuck someone regardless of whether they're poor or not.
Me too, David.
Yeah.
As long as that dick is good.
That dick though, and that is the thing that binds our friendship together, is our solidarity and willing to fuck anyone regardless of wealth status.
Oh my god. Did I ever tell you guys about that time I thought I had sex with a homeless man?
What?
Wow. How have we been friends for like 7 years and I'm only just now hearing about this?
Oh my god, first Will and now this?
Yeah, first will, now this.
This is a night of first on Strawberry Boys.
So, I say 2015. It was before I knew you, Bruce.
Fair.
So, 2015, 2014. I was living with my grandma, and my curfew was 10 o'clock. So I would come into the house, but I was on the first floor, so I would just sneak out the window, leave it cracked, and I would go out and do my thing. One time, I was rolling a blunt, and this guy we're talking or whatever, and we smoke together. And for a while, I thought he was homeless. And even during and after we hooked up, I thought he was homeless.
I
But then, he's like, oh, I'm going to go back home. And he actually goes to a house.
Did you watch to see like, okay, yeah, that is definitely a house that he's going to.
So at first, he's like, oh, I like to sleep on this bench. Also, that's a huge red flag. And for
That's
some reason, there's no part of me that thought, like, I shouldn't be talking to this man.
Yeah, that's so wild, Elvin.
But he was hot, and he wasn't homeless, clearly. He had a
That
house.
dick,
Wow.
though.
your self-preservation instinct is like non-existent, huh?
Yeah.
It is when there's hot guys.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
Like, if Ted Bundy was a hot bear, I'd be dead.
Yeah. Like, when I went home a few months ago for Christmas, I was telling Tyler when I was there, like, oh my God, there's so many like hot like country dudes here. Like, I would like totally let them hate crime me.
Oh my God, David.
I love
know.
that because but that's like kind of a mood, isn't it? And it's weird.
Kind of is.
It's weird. It's weird
It
to be
is.
like, I totally like want to hook up with a guy that'll be like, yeah, take that or whatever it is. Like,
Hate crime me, daddy.
Exactly.
I know people who are like, I don't know. It's like a weird kind of hotness to it, right?
Yes.
We are literally the worst.
Um,
I am. I'm sorry.
and yet
No,
somehow there will always be somebody that will come along and go, hold my beer.
Oh my God.
I just think of truckers, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Elvin, you're not going to become a lot lizard, are you?
no.
Who's saying he isn't already?
My boyfriend's dad was a trucker. I can't do that.
I mean, that's the perfect place to start.
So,
There's a lot to unpack there.
Alrighty. Well, I think that this is a better place than any to kind of wrap it up and move into the final section of the podcast. So
it's about my OnlyFans.
yeah, exactly. So let's end it off with we'll do some nice maybe perhaps hate crime themed fucking astrology readings. How do we feel about that, guys?
I would love that.
Okay.
I'm interested to see what this is like, so yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. So I need to look up the zodiac signs because I can never remember what order they come in. Alrighty. So I have the list here. Do you guys know the signs? Like, do you need this information or is this just a me thing?
I think I'm good to go.
Okay.
Go.
So what I'm thinking is we can just kind of go in the order. Like I'll start, and then we can go to Bruce, we can go to Elvin, and just kind of cycle through that way.
Yeah, that sounds good. You can start with Capricorn, and I'll do Aquarius.
That's
yes.
me.
Okay. Oh, you. One of our friends who was on last week is also a Capricorn.
Go fish.
All right, let's go. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready as it can be.
Ready, Eddie.
Cool. All right. Capricorn. Climb that mountain with your fucking weird goat hooves. Like I don't really get how you're doing it, but you're able to like climb up the side of that mountain, and once you get to the top, you're gonna reach your goals in a fucking weird way that nobody expected or can comprehend.
Aquarius. You will meet a tall, dark stranger who will immediately punch a hole through your chest. You have been warned. The fates are watching.
Pisces. Most of the world is an ocean. Just like, your personality, which is just a depth. It's nothing. You're an ocean. There's nothing there. You're common.
Aries. Isn't it weird that you drive on the parkway and park on the driveway? Something to think about.
Taurus. To call you a cunt would imply you have both depth and warmth.
Is that it? These are hard.
Yes, that'd be rude.
Oh, listen, you can be as rude as you want. You know, this is you are manifesting the fate of the stars this week. So take it in whatever direction you want.
Gemini. Yeah, your element is air. Because it's like your head. You're airy and you've got nothing to say. So maybe don't say anything in conversations.
Cancer. You see that sandcastle over there on the beach? That was made by a Scorpio who said that you have a funny face. So why don't you grab a single grain of sand from the top of their sandcastle and flick it right in their eye. Take control of your destiny.
Leo. Money will find your way this week, and so will that object.
Virgo. If you thought you saw someone that you knew this last week, you did not.
Libra. You're going to get caught in the liminal space between reality and unreality, and you're going to make friends with a great dinosaur. So, make sure that you carry a human dinosaur dictionary with you at all times.
Scorpio. You're absolutely right. I also heard that noise in the woods. You should go check it out.
Sagittarius. You're all fucking stupid, and I am not gonna go search out those fucking noises in the woods, but you guys can. I'm gonna be out here getting Christmas presents and also birthday presents.
Chef's kiss. Magnificent.
Beautiful. That was amazing, guys. Oh my god, I feel so much more in tune with myself now, and I feel like I'm ready to manifest my best self after that.
Hashtag New Year, New Me.
Hashtag new, it's only March, already New Year, New Me.
Hashtag mums are just a number.
Oh, speaking of, have you gentlemen given up anything for Lent?
I can't say I have.
Yeah, I gave up not being a sarcastic asshole.
I many years ago, I actually gave up Christianity for Lent, and it's been 20 years and going strong.
I don't think that's what they want you to do.
Yeah, but they didn't say that I couldn't.
That's true.
Yeah,
they actually don't specify.
Pretty fast and loose. I gave up not hanging out with my beautiful and awesome and lovely friends.
Hey,
I don't get it.
You didn't give it up because I'm here.
Hey! Wait a second.
Yeah, we're here. We're doing the thing.
Exactly. You guys are my beautiful, lovely, awesome friends.
Aw. And you are also a beautiful, wonderful, awesome friend.
Oh, thank you. We love that. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It's been an absolute blast.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Of course. Is there anything you guys would like to promote?
Actually, yeah. I'd like to promote my TikTok page. I do a bunch of, we'll call it fantasy and D&D related content, some Norse themed content. It's at Einar underscore of underscore the underscore north. Einar of the North.
Mhm.
And you can come check out my videos, like for the mild amusement, and follow for the diminishing returns.
And the thirst traps.
And there may or may not be thirst traps. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of thirst traps. You're just going to have to check out the page for yourself.
Yeah, you'll just have to go see. Yeah, exactly. And we will put that in the description of the episode so people can find it.
Outstanding.
Elvin, do you have anything you'd like to promote?
I'd like to backtrack my last promotion.
Wait, what's that?
I said I would like to backtrack my last promotion of my.
Okay, yeah, no, we're zero anti-promoting the.
Well, last time I had asked you to, and I
Mm-hmm.
now realize people don't like that. So
They can be pretty hostile to it.
yeah, I'm backtracking on that.
Yeah. No worries. There will be this anti talk. We'll put like wavelengths over it so that it comes out as nothing.
Anytime I say, it's like. Beep.
Yeah. We just. What if we just censor it out and don't explain what it is?
That'd be amazing.
Okay, yeah. But what people might be interested in is your horror project.
Yes. So I am working on an analog horror project, which is, if people don't know, it's basically doing sort of 1960s or 90s sort of VHS glitch effects and having a horror feel that isn't a jump effect. So yeah, I am starting to work on that. I am calling it the Sunset Country analog horror series. I have started to post stuff on my Twitter, which is at Drunk Pencil, which is with 2Ks, so it's drunk, but 2Ks.
Mm-hmm.
Pencil. Also, be waiting for my future podcast where I get drunk and yell at video games.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm going to keep tuned for that. I'll be sure to promote it whenever it comes out.
Yes, I will stream for like 2 hours and yell at video games.
Love that vibe for you.
That is a whole fucking mood.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll put that in the description as well. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Strawberry Boys. You can check out all of our social media links in the description. And if you haven't subscribed on YouTube or on the podcast apps yet, please consider doing so. Alrighty, guys. Thank you for coming on. This has been so much fun.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Elvin, give us a bye.
Oh, right. Bye.
Yeah.